How's it going, guys? Edgar Martinez here with another eMarts Garage Ryobi video here. I'm really excited about this video because we're talking about the Ryobi 3/8 inch Ratchet. This is brand new to the United States. It was just released this week. And so we're gonna unbox it, play with it, and give you a quick little review on how it works. But before that, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to a subscriber of mine, Ricardo. He made this awesome sign here for me. He actually made it and sent it to me, and this was very kind of him. He didn't have to do this, but he was so generous to send this out to me. So I want to definitely hang this up and put it behind me. So Ricardo, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm going to put his Instagram info in the description below so you guys can check him out. So let's get into the unboxing of this guy. I'm going to move these batteries here out of the way real fast. Again, really excited about this because especially here in the US, Ryobi didn't have a power ratchet for many years. There's other brands, Milwaukee, Makita, Cobalt has ratchets now, Harbor Freight, and there was a ratchet available in Australia, but it was based on the multi-tool with the pivoting head. This is an actual dedicated ratchet. So let's unbox it and take a look at it. So there's the tool and manual, and what's nice is that it comes with a little extension here. And if anyone's interested, here's the box that you guys can take a look at. There's the back side there, and then some of the specs here on the bottom. All right, so just again, so this is a 3/8 inch ratchet. So it comes with a 3/8 inch anvil, of course. There it is in all its glory. Take a closer look at it. It's pretty nice. It has two LEDs, one down here and one on the top here. And the really cool thing, or one of the standout features of this guy, is the pivoting head here. So you lift up this little collar here and you can rotate the head, 90 degrees each way. So 4-position rotating head. That's pretty neat. And then there's a trigger lock. So right now this paddle switch is locked. There's a little lock right here. There it is. You flip it up and you can depress it. So up to 35 foot-pounds of torque on this guy. 230 RPM. It weighs 2.4 pounds. And overall length is 11.5 inches long. Let's put a quick socket on it. I got I think a 15 millimeter here. Put it on there. So that's cool. Oh, and it's a brush motor, so you're gonna see sparks flying here from the center of it. That's normal for brush motors. It's a good size, and it's a good weight. It's hefty. This is with one of the Ryobi smaller batteries. It's a 2 amp-hour battery, and of course, being an 18 volt, you can put all 18 volt batteries. So this is the 3 amp-hour compact HP battery. That's what it looks like there. And if you really wanted to, for extended runtime, you could put on the 9 amp-hour. And it's heavy, but it's not like unwieldy. But for finer work, you don't want this big of a battery. But in a pinch, you can. I mean, that's the beauty of this being a part of the 18 volt system. You can use any battery you want. But I think ideally, the smaller compact batteries is what you want, because again, only at 35 foot-pounds of torque, this is not an impact driver or impact wrench. It's not designed for power. It's designed for speed. So here's the back of the ratchet head. So this is where you do the forward and reverse. It's nice. It's nice positive click. I like it. I'm gonna click it back. Oops. And it has a adjustable trigger, so you can kind of go slow and then wind it up. So that's nice. But yeah, with a compact battery, it fits really well. And this little adapter here, or it's actually not an adapter, it's an extension. I think it just slides in here. Yeah, it slides in there. So now, being on the 18 volt system, one gripe I would say I have with this is that it doesn't have a more powerful motor. That's unfortunate because it can draw more power. One thing I've been noticing a lot on especially like on the social media posts about this new Ratchet is people are disappointed with the power in it. Everyone's, I would say, is comparing it to the Milwaukee M12, the non-fuel model, because the fuel model is brushless, so it's a more powerful motor. I think it's about 55 foot-pounds of torque. The non-fuel, non-brushless Milwaukee M12 and this Ryobi one have the exact same 35 foot-pounds of torque. And I believe roughly around the same 230 RPM. All right, so I quickly looked it up. So the Milwaukee M12 non-fuel model is actually 250 RPM. This is 230. So even though it's running an 18-volt battery, it's slightly slower. You know, the difference between that RPM may not be that much, but, you know, it's, again, something to take note. But, again, it's Ryobi. This thing costs $79 bare tool. The Milwaukee M12 bare tool Ratchet, as of this recording, bare tool is $149. So almost double the price of this guy. And then, again, only 35 foot-pounds of torque. You know, you can crack a bolt manually. You know, you can still works like a normal ratchet. You know, you hear it clicking there. I'm just putting force with my hand. So you can still, if it's, you know, not like a rusted or seized bolt, you know, crack it open and then, you know, you let the power come out. So again, these are designed for speeding up removing the fasteners. And if you got really long bolts on your car or whatever you're working on, it's going to be a lot faster than just a normal hand ratchet. So again, don't be alarmed by the 35 foot-pounds of torque. This is not an impact wrench. Alrighty guys, so we're under the hood here in my car. Got the ratchet here, got a 10mm socket on it. So I just kind of wanted to give an example of what it can do, a quick case scenario of how this ratchet works. So let's get in closer here. Alrighty guys, so I think I found the perfect use case scenario for this pivoting head. So just kind of poking around in here, I was trying to find a spot where I can take this 10mm bolt. So I'm going to take off this one right here. So kind of, whoops, there goes my extension. Hold on. The best angle is from up here, right? But then I have this hose here, and guess what? I have the engine cover kind of blocking where the battery is, right? So I can kind of get in here, but I'm kind of fighting this area right here. So if we rotate the head just that much, look how much more room I have now, because I can rotate it this way and I'm clearing the engine cover here. That rotating head came in handy. Again, probably the easier option too would probably just be get a extension. So I'll do that real fast here. With the extension, you know, I can get in here and then crack it open and no big deal. Let me tighten it back up here. You know, with an extension, but let's say, you know, you didn't have an extension on you, or you didn't want to go all the way back to your toolbox to get the extension. Again, this rotating head feature, again, and if you're in a pinch, you know, actually let me switch this to loosen. So again, right there, I have perfect clearance. I'm in here. I can crack it loose manually and then take it out with the power ratchet feature. And then same thing to tighten it. Just get in here. And then once it kicks out, like it doesn't want to go anymore, and then I can just, you know, manually tighten it and we're good. All right, so here's just a little close-up of the ratchet in action on this bolt. So we're just gonna loosen it and put it back in. Here we go. Too tight? Okay, so it doesn't want to. I'm trying to depress the switch and it's too tight, so I'm just gonna manually crack it open a little here and go for that car to pass. And here we go. Oh, too tight still. Okay. All right, there we go. And then I'm gonna manually thread it a little bit and then switch to tightening, and here we go. Okay, tighten it for good measure. Also, one quick little thing I wanted to note. I don't know how I don't know how maintenance will work on it, but if you look there closely under the light, there's a little, one of those little snap rings there. I'm assuming, you know, you can get, you can probably service this yourself if you need to pack more grease or something in there. You know, again, probably avoid the warranty, but that's definitely an option for people who want to get in there and, you know, tinker around, clean it, or do whatever you guys want to do. All right, so there's one last little speed test I want to run real fast. I got a couple of bolts here with some nuts on them. So I got 3 of them. We're just gonna crank down on them, see how fast this goes. Mostly just to get an idea of the speed here in a more, more test environment, so to speak. So let's switch down to that here. All right, so it's not really, which one can drive deepest. I mean, this is a deep wall socket. They're 14 millimeter nuts. I'm just gonna go until it stops because it's not gonna go all the way down to the base of the bolt. So here we go. And they're all just manually threaded on, roughly around the same length here. Alrighty, get one on here. Alrighty, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's about done there. There we go. And that's on full throttle too. There we go. And let's reverse them for fun. There we go. There's that one. Let's go a little deeper on this one. Here we go. Not too bad. That was fun. Alright guys, so that's my unboxing and review of the Ryobi 3/8 inch ratchet. You know what? I forgot to give the part number earlier. It's part number P344. This thing is fun. I like it. Again, guys, don't forget that it's not meant to be an impact driver, impact wrench. Don't let the 35 foot-pounds of torque throw you off or think this thing is a weak, anemic, or whatever you want to call it. It's not designed to really break heavily seized or really tight nuts and fasteners. Again, it's mostly for speed. So in that little previous segment, you saw how fast it can drive and remove those nuts there. So again, this is meant for speed, and pretty much all ratchets are really meant for speed. Again, maybe like the Milwaukee brushless fuel ratchets with that 55 foot-pounds of torque can break a little bit more stuff. But even then, 55 foot-pounds of torque isn't a whole lot. This is not going to be used for lug nuts or anything, but a decent amount of fasteners. So I would say definitely buy this. I highly recommend it. Again, I think it looks really nice. It feels good in the hand, especially with a compact battery. It's heavy, but it feels solid. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels like a good tool. Has a good paddle. Has a really good paddle. I really like it. It's brush motor, so you're gonna see sparks. That's normal. It feels, the head is metal. Again, the pivoting head, that came in handy for me. If you need to worry about, this big bulky, Ryobi has a big butt. You have the rotating head, plus you have extensions, that you can work with. If you're an automotive, DIY person, you're already in the Ryobi 18-volt platform, highly recommend picking up the 3/8 inch ratchet. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.